Avoid this if you want money. Listen carefully. If you ignore what I'm about to say, you may stay busy your entire life and still stay broke. Most people don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because they're distracted. Money doesn't run away from poor people. It runs away from confused people. If you want money, the first thing you must avoid is thinking like everyone else. Avoid waking up without a purpose. Avoid touching your phone before touching your goals. Avoid starting your day reacting instead of creating. If your morning begins with scrolling, your future will end with regret. Money follows clarity. Confusion kills income. Avoid working hard on things that don't move your life forward. Being busy is not progress. Noise is not growth. Effort without direction is just exhaustion. If you want money, avoid emotional decisions. Buying things to feel better is the fastest way to feel poorer tomorrow. Most people don't need more income. They need fewer stupid expenses. Avoid impressing people who don't care about your future. That expensive lifestyle you're chasing is funded by stress, debt, and insecurity. Rich people don't look rich. They look calm. Avoid quick money mindset. Fast money leaves faster than it comes. If it promises easy success, it probably hides painful failure. Avoid copying other people's paths. What worked for them may destroy you. Your life is custom made. Stop using someone else's blueprint. Avoid blaming your past. Your past didn't steal your future. Your excuses did. Money avoids people who refuse responsibility. Avoid waiting for motivation. Motivation is unreliable. Systems win. Avoid saying, "I'll start tomorrow." Tomorrow is the favorite word of people who stay average forever. Avoid surrounding yourself with people who laugh at growth and fear ambition. If your circle hates progress, your wallet will too. Avoid talking more than listening. Every conversation is either costing you money or teaching you how to make it. Avoid learning without applying. Knowledge unused becomes regret. Avoid chasing multiple goals at once. Scattered focus creates scattered income. One direction, one priority, one obsession. Avoid staying comfortable. Comfort is expensive. It charges you with lost potential. Avoid reacting to emotions. Anger, fear, jealousy are bad financial advisors. Avoid free time without structure. Idle time breeds bad habits. Avoid thinking money is evil. Money is a tool. Your mindset decides how it behaves. Avoid saying money will come somehow. It doesn't come to hope. It comes to preparation. Avoid ignoring your health. Medical bills are the silent wealth killers. Avoid thinking small savings don't matter. Wealth is built quietly, not loudly. Avoid comparing timelines. Some people bloom late, but they bloom strong. Avoid chasing validation. Likes don't pay bills. Applause doesn't build assets. Avoid quitting too early. Most people quit right before things change. Avoid staying silent about opportunities. Ask questions. Seek mentors. Stay curious. Avoid thinking you're late. As long as you're breathing, you're early. Avoid wasting nights. Late nights spent dreaming beat early mornings spent complaining. Avoid thinking luck controls success. Luck favors prepared minds. Avoid staying ignorant about money. Learn how it moves. Learn how it grows. Learn how it disappears. Avoid fear-based living. Fear keeps you poor by design. Avoid staying the same person. Your old self can't build a new life. Avoid ignoring small wins. They are proof you're moving forward. Avoid letting failures define you. Failure is tuition. Learn and move. Avoid waiting for permission. Nobody gives permission for success. Avoid overthinking. Clarity comes from action. Avoid quitting because it's hard. Hard is temporary. Regret is permanent. Avoid living only for weekends. Build a life you don't need to escape from. Avoid distractions disguised as entertainment. Your attention is your currency. Avoid staying broke in mindset even when income increases. If you want money, you must avoid being the same person you were yesterday. Change your habits, change your thinking, change your standards. Money doesn't respond to wishes. It responds to value. Become valuable. Stay consistent. Move silently. And remember this: if you avoid growth, money will avoid you. But if you avoid excuses, avoid comfort, avoid distraction, money will eventually find you. Not because you chased it, but because you became the person it follows. Understand this first. Money is not impressed by intention. It only responds to execution. If you want money, avoid living in survival mode. Survival thinking makes you choose safety over opportunity, and safety keeps you small. Avoid spending your best energy on people who drain your focus. Not everyone deserves access to your time. Time is more expensive than money. Avoid reacting to every problem. Calm thinking creates profitable solutions. Panic makes poor people. Patience makes planners. Avoid chasing too many skills at once. Depth pays more than variety. One mastered skill can feed you for a lifetime. Avoid saying, "I know this already." Ego blocks income. The moment you stop learning, you stop earning. Avoid ignoring boring fundamentals. Boring habits create exciting results. Most people want excitement first. That's why they stay stuck. Avoid emotional comfort food for the mind. Endless videos, endless gossip, endless opinions. Information without action is mental junk. Avoid negative self-talk. Your brain listens. Your future responds. If you keep telling yourself you're unlucky, you'll behave like it. Avoid living without numbers. Track your money. Untracked money disappears silently. Avoid fear of being alone. Solitude builds clarity. Clarity builds wealth. Avoid thinking rest means laziness. Rest with intention multiplies energy. Burnout makes you quit right before success. Avoid depending on one source. One income is one problem away from stress. Avoid shortcuts that damage trust. Trust is slow to build and fast to destroy. Avoid lying to yourself. Self-deception is the most expensive habit. Avoid over-explaining your plans. Move in silence. Let results speak. Avoid thinking rich people are different. They simply choose differently. Avoid comfort conversations. Hard talks create growth. Avoid ignoring small opportunities. Big doors open from small hinges. Avoid thinking money changes people. It reveals them. Avoid waiting for perfect timing. Perfect timing is a myth used by procrastination. Avoid letting setbacks stop momentum. Slow progress is still progress. Avoid thinking success is loud. Real success is quiet, stable, and repeatable. Avoid living on autopilot. Awareness changes outcomes. Avoid saying, "This is enough." Growth stops where satisfaction sleeps. Avoid blaming the system. Learn it. Use it. Avoid copying lifestyles. Copy habits. Lifestyles come later. Avoid ignoring compound effects. Small actions repeated become massive results. Avoid thinking confidence comes first. Action builds confidence. Avoid short-term pleasure that steals long-term peace. Avoid treating money casually. Respect attracts respect. Avoid spending before earning. That mindset creates chains. Avoid thinking you deserve money. Money is not emotional. It's transactional. Provide value. Solve problems. Get paid. Avoid distractions dressed as opportunities. Not everything that shines is meant for you. Avoid staying comfortable with low standards. Raise the bar. Your life will follow. Avoid quitting when results are invisible. Roots grow before trees appear. Avoid comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10. Avoid ignoring intuition. Your instincts sharpen with experience. Avoid living only in the future. Build today correctly. Avoid staying the same person. Growth demands identity upgrades. Avoid fear of failure. Fear of regret is worse. Avoid neglecting discipline's cousin. Structure. Avoid chaos. Order creates space for wealth. Avoid expecting applause. Most wins happen in silence. Avoid underestimating consistency. It embarrasses talent. Avoid thinking money is the goal. Freedom is. And money is just the vehicle. If you avoid excuses, avoid comfort, avoid distraction, you won't chase money. Money will chase who you become. Let this sink in. Money avoids chaos. If your life is messy, your finances will mirror it. Avoid unclear priorities. When everything matters, nothing wins. Avoid giving your best hours to low-value tasks. Energy is a currency. Spend it wisely. Avoid constant urgency. Calm execution beats rushed action. Rushing creates mistakes. Mistakes cost money. Avoid waiting for confidence. Confidence is a reward, not a requirement. Avoid measuring effort. Measure results. Avoid seeking approval before progress. Permission delays growth. Avoid staying ignorant about where your time goes. Time leaks silently ruin futures. Avoid habits that weaken your focus. Focus is expensive, but priceless. Avoid quitting during quiet phases. Silence often means alignment. Avoid noise disguised as productivity. Meetings, messages, multitasking. Busy minds stay poor. Avoid blaming circumstances. Circumstances respond to action. Avoid confusing motion with momentum. Motion tires. Momentum multiplies. Avoid emotional reactions to temporary loss. Short losses teach long lessons. Avoid giving up control to moods. Mood-based decisions destroy consistency. Avoid random consumption. Choose what enters your mind. Avoid mental clutter. Clarity attracts opportunity. Avoid postponing hard decisions. Easy delays become hard consequences. Avoid living without standards. Standards protect your future. Avoid treating goals casually. Casual goals produce casual lives. Avoid living below your potential. Unused potential turns into regret. Avoid fear of responsibility. Responsibility brings leverage. Avoid waiting to feel ready. Ready is built, not felt. Avoid assuming effort guarantees reward. Alignment matters more. Avoid distractions during creation. Protect deep work. Avoid chasing attention. Build assets. Avoid staying reactive. Proactive people earn more. Avoid ignoring feedback. Feedback sharpens execution. Avoid repeating mistakes without reflection. Pain without learning is waste. Avoid thinking wealth is only external. Internal order creates external order. Avoid rushing growth. Strong foundations take time. Avoid disrespecting small progress. Momentum starts small. Avoid living without a long-term vision. Short-term thinking limits income. Avoid saying, "I'll fix it later." Later becomes never. Avoid overloading yourself. Sustainable pace wins. Avoid attachment to outcomes. Focus on process. Avoid letting fear dictate choices. Fear taxes your future. Avoid staying average to fit in. Fitting in is expensive. Avoid wasting mornings. Mornings decide direction. Avoid neglecting planning. Planning reduces risk. Avoid waiting for miracles. Become the solution. Avoid drifting through life. Design it. Avoid hoping for change. Create it. Avoid thinking wealth is rare. It's simply organized. Avoid being unprepared. Preparation attracts luck. Avoid self-sabotage. Comfort zones lie. Avoid settling. Growth demands courage. Avoid stopping when tired. Stop when done. Avoid forgetting this truth. Money doesn't follow desire. It follows structure, clarity, and value. Avoid the habits that weaken those three. And slowly, quietly, consistently. Your life will change, not overnight, not loudly, but permanently. This is where most people stop listening. So if you're still here, you're already different. Avoid building wealth without purpose. Money without meaning creates emptiness. Avoid chasing numbers alone. Chase control over your time. Time freedom is the real luxury. Avoid confusing lifestyle with success. A loud life is often a fragile one. Avoid upgrading appearances before upgrading stability. Avoid ignoring legacy. What you build should outlive moods. Avoid short-term thinking that steals long-term peace. Avoid living for reactions. Build for results. Avoid thinking rest means stopping. Rest is part of momentum. Avoid burning bridges. Relationships are invisible assets. Avoid disrespecting patience. Patience compounds silently. Avoid thinking you need to prove anything. Peace is proof. Avoid being addicted to pressure. Calm wealth lasts longer. Avoid postponing gratitude. Gratitude sharpens awareness. Avoid thinking money fixes problems. It amplifies habits. Fix the habits first. Avoid letting success make you careless. Carelessness destroys empires. Avoid isolating yourself completely. Balance solitude with connection. Avoid chasing perfection. Progress feeds progress. Avoid clinging to old identities. Growth requires release. Avoid staying rigid. Adaptability multiplies survival. Avoid expecting fairness. Expect reality. Master it. Avoid underestimating preparation. Prepared minds move faster. Avoid living without reflection. Reflection creates precision. Avoid thinking freedom arrives suddenly. It's built daily. Avoid quitting maintenance. What you build must be protected. Avoid expecting validation. Most journeys are lonely. Avoid mistaking peace for boredom. Peace is power. Avoid wasting quiet seasons. They sharpen you. Avoid thinking wealth is visible. The strongest forms are invisible. Avoid living only for yourself. Contribution expands influence. Avoid arrogance. Arrogance leaks value. Avoid forgetting where you started. Humility protects growth. Avoid thinking the journey ends. Evolution is continuous. Avoid staying satisfied too long. Comfort delays expansion. Avoid letting fear return. Fear waits for pauses. Avoid ignoring this truth. Money is attracted to order, clarity, and reliability. Avoid chaos. Avoid confusion. Avoid excuses. Build a life that doesn't beg for relief. Build systems that work when you're tired. Build standards that protect your future. And one day, you'll realize you didn't chase money. You avoided the habits that pushed it away. You became steady. You became valuable. You became free. And money simply followed.